Ladies and gentlemen, be welcomed. Today I have a beautiful Alexandria Longsword from Darksword Armory. We'll start from the pommel and work our way up to the blade. So there's a couple of things I would like to mention about this specific sword that I got. This has been made for my liking, custom by Darksword Armory. So there's a lot of little components that are a bit different from the one they have on the site, on their website. So first of all, the pommel and the grip are different, and the blade, although it is the same blade that they use, for my preference, they have added a very tapered tip to my liking. So we'll start from the pommel and work our way up to the blade. First of all, it's got a beautiful disc pommel with some beautiful design on the sides for aesthetic purposes. Peen has been done beautifully. This pommel, I really like it. So the first time I saw this pommel, I was really attracted, first of all, to the aesthetics of it, but as well, the weight is very, it's a pretty heavy pommel, which I do love for this specific sword because it has a very wide blade. So for me, that gives it the perfect balance. So the pommel is made out of mild steel. Beautifully shaped disc pommel with some intricate designs over here, as you can see. Let me show you. There it is. So beautifully done, beautifully weighted as well, and it feels good. There's no like everything is beautifully polished and no hot spots whatsoever. So perfectly comfortable to handle as well. Now we'll go up to the grip. I chose a grip that is waisted for my personal liking and handling. So the grip is about 8-inch long, and I chose the oxblood color as well. As you can see, it's got a beautiful riser on the middle to give it a good feeling in the hands for grabbing. Beautifully done. The oak, the wood that they use is oak, so it's a pretty hard wood, and that gives it the benefit of not compressing with different temperatures, either if it's cold or hot. Oak is very good for that because it does not compress as much as other softwood. So this one is a pretty hard wood, so very good for cold climates or hot climates. And the quality is beautifully done. There is a seam, as you can see, but it does not create any hot spots whatsoever, and it seems very solid. So no complaints there. As you can see, beautifully done. And this is real leather, you guys. This is not synthetic leather. So beautiful leather. Very comfortable to handle and beautiful to look at. Now we'll go to the crossguard. Typical Alexandria crossguard. Nothing to say there. It's mild steel, beautifully polished with a nice central ridge on the metal, on the middle of the crossguard to align with that beautiful hollow ground. See, show you the details. There it is. Beautifully done, simple, not bulky whatsoever, so perfectly comfortable, no hot spots, and very well executed. And what I love about Darksword Armory is that they make their own designs, so they inspire from the originals and they make their own design, so that makes it original to them and a kind of different taste from original examples. So I do really like that. Now we'll go to the blade. This blade is made out of 5160 high carbon steel. It is hand forged by Darksword Armory, obviously. It has a mirror polish on the blade, as well as the crossguard and the pommel, and a beautiful hologram cross-section type 18C blade. The blade at the width is about, at the base is about 3 inches and 1/4. So it's pretty wide at the base, typical of 18C's type blades. And at the middle of the blade, I measured it, it's about 2 inches, and then it goes to a very narrow point. I asked them personally to give me a very narrow point because it's just a personal preference for aesthetics, as well as thrusting capabilities. So, beautifully done hollow ground cross section. I'm gonna hold the sword for you so that you'll be able to see it under the light. Beautifully done. Absolutely gorgeous. So be aware that these swords are handmade, so there will be variation from a sword to another. So if you have personal preferences, if you want a more tapered blade or a satin polish or another color, just mention it on their website or write them personally so that they make you a sword that is perfectly for your satisfactory. 33 inches of blade. So it's not quite long. It's considered in the bastard sword of categories, but nonetheless a longsword with a beautiful 8-inch grip, so it makes it very versatile. And this sword is perfectly balanced, you guys. And maybe I am a bit biased because I did custom it to my satisfaction, but this feels absolutely gorgeous for a white blade of this type. It is a pretty rigid blade, although it is spring steel, but this particular blade that I chose is pretty rigid, which I do love. I do not love flimsy, very springy blades. I do like them when they are more stiff for thrusting and for durability as well, long term. All right, so that's this, the blade and the sword. Let's go to the scabbard. As always, beautiful scabbards. Darksword Armory makes beautiful scabbards out of poplar wood and real leather in ox blood color, which is my favorite color. Real leather, you guys, as you can see, perfectly good quality leather. Hand stitch in the back, very snug with a metal shape at the end, with the belt option, which I do love. Although it is a beautiful, beautiful scabbard and well made, with a rain flap on the top. It does not come from the same era of this sword. Alexandrian swords were more of a early 15th century type of sword, and this scabbard is more common in, let's say, the 12th century, the 13th century, about this time. So correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a historian, just an enthusiast. So this is my review of the Darksword Armory Alexandria sword. Obviously this one is custom to my liking, but you guys, these guys, they make amazing swords, good quality and very good customer service. They will always make sure that you guys are satisfied with the product. And other beautiful thing is that they are a Canadian company, which I do support. I do love to support Canadian companies when I can. So the fact that they make handmade, hand-forged, beautiful medieval swords out of Canada is something that is just absolutely amazing to me, and is something that I can be proud to say as a Canadian. So beautiful sword, beautiful handling, beautiful quality of steel and leather and wood. They just go above and beyond to make a good quality sword that will be durable. And beautiful thing about Darksword Armory, if you use your sword, let's say you're cutting something and let's say your blade snaps or you have a defect, which was not supposed to be happening during normal use, they will cover it up. They will make sure that you're satisfied. They will make sure that that sword is replaced because they stand behind their product and the durability of their product, which is a beautiful thing from a sword company. You can see that beautiful taper, absolutely gorgeous and gnarly. And this came sharpened as well. I ordered it sharp. They do a beautiful job. It is not, let's say, shaving sharp, but it is, if I would put it in a percentage, about 80%, 85% sharp, which is perfectly fine and functional. It cuts water bottles easily. It cuts even like paper and everything. So it's perfectly a functional sharpness, just not a shaving 100% sharpness. Let me show you. What a beautiful thing to look at. And it wields greatly. Just feels absolutely gorgeous. It feels good, it looks good, honestly, you guys. Everything is of quality. Their wood is amazing as well. I have no issues. I have 10 swords from them. Had zero issues with compressing do wood compressing or loose cross guards in using. Never, never, never. And if I did, I would call them and they would serve me correctly and make sure that everything is corrected if you want. So there it is, you guys. Darksword Armory Custom Alexandria Sword. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is a short video just to show you the product and the quality of it. And please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. If you guys have any advice for me, I would absolutely use it. And you guys have a great day. Thank you so much.